Hello folks, welcome to another video. Let me turn on, there we go, turn on my little light. So I'm trying out a new camera. Of course this is another how should I say it, a GoPro Hero clone, a Chinese made clone. About my Brave 4 broke, or no, not broke, I lost it. I think I loaned it to someone, I forgot who, probably one of my relatives, and went to go look for it, and you know, I know I got all this space above my head, which is okay. You know, I can crop it out or just leave it in there. So you know, so it looks like I'm looking up because the camera is above my head. So I don't know, I can probably adjust it, bring it down just a little bit. I think I will. I gotta shut the light off. Okay, that's way too bright. Whoop. Okay, ready. There you go. I think that's a little bit better. Put the light back on. Alright, put the light down here. There we go. Alright, so there, that's a little too intense. Let me, whoop. Okay, so hello folks, and welcome to another video. So I got another action camera because my other one I seem to have either lost or I can't find it. I think I loaned it to somebody, and either way it was the Akaso Brave 4, and I went and looked online. They have the Akaso Brave 7, and it turns out they came up with two releases. The I think it's the Evo 5000, the EV 5000, and the 7K, which Brave 7, not 7K, Brave 7. So I purchased the Brave 7. Unfortunately, the one that I got, the mic on it broke. The sound was like super. I looked on YouTube. A lot of guys were saying, yeah, the sound is kind of, the microphone sucks, and sounds kind of low. But mine was like mine was like 10 times lower than theirs. So let's go and get to the cigar here. Yeah, this will be diesel. See if I can get the camera to pick it up nice and clear. Diesel, what is it now? Whiskey Row, and it is the bourbon barreled age. It is supposed to be a bourbon flavored cigar, as you can see. And so I returned that one, got a different brand, the DJI Osmo, which is cost a little bit more than the Akaso, but it's still a Chinese, you know, GoPro Hero knockoff. I mean, hey, GoPro Heroes are made in China anyway, so this one has a much better mic. I tested it, and the microphone comes through nice and loud. It has three settings, has a low, medium, and a high setting for the microphone. Of course, I set it to high. The only thing I don't like, it's not a big deal, is that this particular camera doesn't have a angle adjuster. You can set up to 170, 140, you know, to 70. If you're doing a blog where you're up close, like what I'm doing, where you're smoking a cigar, or you're eating, you know, doing an eating blog, or smoking a cigar blog, you know, you want something like a 70 angle. Yeah, you know, you don't need to see the entire restaurant. Maybe the blogger wants you to see the restaurant or your entire scene. Like, you know, I got a door here that I need to toss out, you know, doing some home renovation. Oh yeah, let me get my water. Got my Texas Osaka, and yeah, this one is actually the GoPro Hero 9 knockoff. It's about half the price of GoPro Hero 9. It has the back screen, has a front screen for selfie purposes, or if you're doing a blog, you know, you want to make sure that you see, you know, if a fly lands on your hair, or you know, spit, you know, globule comes off and, you know, lands on your chin. So let's light this up, get going. And I do have this at 4K by 60, which is nice. And I'll probably upload it in 4K. I don't know if I'll be able to do 4K by 60. But of course, the higher the frame rate, in my opinion, the clearer the video is. It's kind of like the 1080 by 60 was like the thing for years actually. Yeah, this is my vertical pyramid torch, dual torch pyramid. It kind of went. I had to kind of fix this myself. I could have sent it into vertical. It does have a 3-year warranty on it. This is coming up to the 3rd year. So I was like, I'll screw it. I'll just finagle it myself. Nice smooth draw. This is a strong cigar, by the way. You know, it's not a Maduro. It's probably it's just a regular brown wrapper. It's not a Habano. It's not a Negro. It's not a Maduro. You know, yeah. Now, don't let a Habano or you know, a Negro fool you, just because they're not dark like a Maduro. The leaves are just strong, and people can get fooled in the smoking those things. Hey man, it's not Maduro. It's not a dark cigar. I'll be okay. And about halfway through the cigar, you're going, oh man. So same with this one. I'll probably get down to the band here. There's a rabbit, as you can see, and it's drinking a Red Bull Yellow Edition Tropical. Yes, like I said, I'll be buying Red Bull to support them. I think the Red Bull that's in the West is not the same as the Red Bull they're two separate companies, but it's the same concept. I think they it's either some guy in Germany or some guy in the Netherlands decided to you know, carbonate Red Bull. And I guess he got the rights to it, and maybe he paid the Red Bull family. Yeah, it is. I believe it is still family owned in Thailand. And of course, you know, I don't know these people personally, but from reading things about the heirs, I think they have one daughter, who's the heir to the Red Bull empire, you know, to the Red Bull company in Thailand. Yeah, nice smooth draw. Yeah, and the humidor was sitting at 61% humidity. And I do have these, since they are technically, you know, flavored cigars. I have them sitting in their own Tupper jar. So I guess once the dad passes away, the company is probably going to be you know, sold off to somebody or sold off to some corporation, which I would hate to see, because they're saying the daughter, she's not cut out to, you know, to take on the company. Of course, she'll take the money, you know. Let's go public. Give me my 10 billion. You know, do with it as you wish. You know, hate my dad, you know, kind of thing. So. Yeah, so that's Red Bull. Yeah, and Red Bull, they sponsor a lot of sports, man. You know, the X Games. You know, you got Red Bull this, Red Bull that. So they are heavy in motorsports. At least the Western Red Bull. You know, the Thailand, which is Kating Dang, which literally translate to Red Bull. They're not as heavily in as the Western version of the Red Bull. I like both. Now, depending on the situation. If I go to the Asian supermarket, I'll grab a 12 a 12 count of the Thai version of the Red Bull. You know, growing up as a kid, I remember my dad drinking it. Remember first time I tried it, hated it because it's, whoa, what the, man, oh man, it's like a baby possum. Okay, good thing the dog just went in, because had he seen that baby possum, it would have been on, and I would have to go kick his butt and get him off the possum. because the possum probably kick his old butt. Yeah, I'm probably gonna smoke this down to about halfway. Like I say, it is a nice, as you can see, nice clean burn. It is a little windy out here, but it's still a nice clean burn. Smooth draw. Oh, diesel. I think diesel's been around for like 10 years now, and or you know, I think they might be, you know, a creation of either Rocky Patel or AJ Fernandez, one of those guys. So in recent news, of course, beginning of the week, you know, you know, we went to it was last Thursday. This is a Friday video, so last Thursday, you know, we had the no, the CDC come out and basically said, hey, mask lift, you know, embargo lift, basically. And of course, Joe Biden, you know, dear leader, chimed in with the, you know, if you're fully vaccinated, you know, you can go without mask, or just keep a mask on until you're vaccinated. Of course, and companies are beginning to remove the mask mandate for their employees. Damn, I think a mosquito bit my ass through my pants. What the hell? Yeah, they're already. What was that noise? Like a. It's probably the possum. Hopefully, Mama Possum don't show up, because yeah, I've seen her. It walks through our backyard like it owns the place, and that thing's big. It's like the size of a. So it's like a big fat alley cat. And of course, lefties are still losing their mind over the mask lift, because, you know, many of them are still going to wear their comfort mask. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it now, a comfort mask, because if you're still wearing it, even though you're fully vaxxed, you know, you're still wearing it. It's pretty much a comfort item at this point, which I'm fine with. It is your choice. You want to wear it? That's fine. I got nothing against it. Of course, to add on to the you know, lefties' heads exploding. Of course, yeah, and I'm wearing a whatchamacallit, yeah, so I'm showing you guys the a Patriot shirt. It is the 9 Lines company. See here. Of course, I saw them on RSBN. Said, hey, let me check them out and see if I like their t-shirts. Hey, you know, I love U.S. flag t-shirts. I love t-shirts that has USA on it. I remember as a kid, I had one that I wore, but it just tore a mosquito. I had one that I wore till it literally fell off my back. And my brother till today gives me a hard time anytime he sees me wearing a USA shirt or a US flag shirt. You know, he'll go, hey man, you remember that shirt when you were a kid? You wore until it literally fell off your back. I was like, yeah. You know, I love that shirt. So I'm probably gonna order more from them. Again, they make it to order. So when you order it, they make it. So it's about a 3 to of course it says on the website it's about a 3 to 7 day delay, because they have to make it. The reason they do this, they do have they're out of Georgia. They do have a storefront in Georgia, or it's basically their warehouse. Where if you are in Georgia, you know, you can go in and purchase, you know, shirts off the shelf. But if you order online, they make it. So this is, you know, this is it's almost like a custom. I guess you can call it custom made T-shirts, because you order it, they make it. And I do like it. It does not. It shrinks when you first wash it a couple of times. It shrinks just a little bit. So if you wear a large, I would suggest ordering an XL. And that's how T-shirts are, especially 100% cotton T-shirts. They do shrink a little bit. I wear medium, so I ordered a large. So when it shrinks, it's now basically in between medium and large. So same thing, if you're an XL wear, or if you're a large wear, you order XL. So when you wash it, you know, because I dry it in the dryer. You're supposed to dry it, I think I think you're supposed to wash. I think you're supposed to wash 100% cotton in or cold water, and a tumble or light dry or something like that. Because after you're done, you hang it up either in your closet or you hang it in on your shirt rack, wherever you have it, and then the shirt continues to dry on the hanger. But if you're like me, and you dry it normally, it will shrink. So basically, I now have like a medium large, basically. As I can tell, because before on my arm it was a lot. It didn't fit tight like this, and it was pretty loose around my chest. But now it fits a little bit tighter, but not so tight. It's still nice and loose looking. But it doesn't look like I'm wearing a tent, Or it doesn't look like I'm wearing a muumuu. This is a good cigar. It is strong. I'll probably smoke it on halfway, call it. And of course, Governor Abbott came out, and he gave good news to us, but bad news to lefties. 0 coronavirus death in the last 13 months. Lowest coronavirus reported in the of the month. Lowest coronavirus reported in 7 days. And yes, I think it was last Wednesdays when the CDC came out with their mask lift. And Monday, me and wife went to stores when we went to Kohl's, and Kohl's had their mask required sign off. Walmart, pretty much all the big box stores, but of course Home Depot, I'll give them credit. They had it off about 2 weeks before the mask lift. See how this 4K by 60 shows up. The video quality, at least the test that I shot, looks pretty darn good, and it looks like I might have found. I like action cameras because of their form factor. They're small. These new ones are smaller. The perimeter wise anyway. They're smaller than a credit card, and it literally fits in the palm of my hand, like inside the palm of my hand. And yeah, they're smaller than a credit card, and the only problem with these is because they're fitting so much technology into a small form factor. You no longer get the GoPro Hero 9. I think 7 has that tripod 1/4-inch thread at the bottom. These newer ones, GoPro Hero 9 doesn't have it either, and these knockoff clones don't have it either because they got so much technology crammed in them, and the batteries are big. Yeah, I compare the battery of the Osmo to the other action cameras that I have, and it's like at least a third the size bigger, or actually it's twice the size bigger than the other batteries. And so I'll probably order. It comes with 1 battery, which I'm fine with, because all the other action cameras that I have, I only use the 1 battery, because they all work. Because what I do is, if I'm out and about, or if I'm traveling and I'm taking the camera with me, the battery gets low, what I'll do is hook up my what's called that, the external battery bank. It does work with the battery bank attached to it, so it does use the C-type. I think GoPro uses their own proprietary connector, to where these knockoff versions just uses the C-type USB connector. So if you got an Android phone, your charger will work on these knockoffs. All right, so yeah, got nothing else. Let's see here. Oh yeah, that's right. So all the big box stores had their mask required signs taken off. Employers are now beginning to, if you're fully vaxxed. So basically, it's like, okay, but you can't ask, your employee if they're vaccinated, because it's against federal law. You know, doctor patient, basically violating the your HIPAA right, which is doctor patient confidentiality. You know, they can't ask you if you got some sort of STD. They can't ask you if you got AIDS. They can't ask you if you took in, if you got COVID, or if you took in a COVID vax. So if your employer does the mask lift and then say, hey, if you are fully vaccinated, say, okay. And if they ask you, tell us none of your damn business. You know, get a lawyer. Get the company lawyer. And even then, they will be breaking the law. And any company that is going to require employees to take the vaccination, or if you're going to get hired on to a company, they're saying, hey man, we're going to require that you get the jab. I would make them sign a lifetime liability disclosure, not disclosure, a lifetime liability. Yes, there are lawyers out there that will do that for you. They'll write it up, and you can find some that'll do it for free because they they're fed up with it also. Yeah, they are online. Just gotta look for them. They'll write up the form for you, and have your employer sign. Say, hey, after I leave, right. So basically, it covers you after you leave the company. So 5-10 years down the road, and you get one of those 2 a.m. Lawyer infomercial. If you took the COVID vax in 2021 from Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, and you now have blood clots all over your body, and you were forced, we're not forced by, or coerced, if you were coerced by your employer, to take the vaccine, give Joe and Joe law firm, Joe and Joe law firm a call. We'll fight for you. And yes, those, I'm telling you, man, those are going to come up. And I'll put the picture up here. And maybe not, YouTube may take this video down. But, so basically I forgot what kind of doctor they're called, but basically it's a doctor who specializes in blood. A blood, basically they specializes in the human circulatory, but this person wasn't like a cardiologist. There's a cardiologist, and then there is like a circulatory specialist. And the person, asked a few of their buddies who were vaccinated to give him blood samples. And you can probably do this at home if you can remember back to your high school or college biology class. First you have to get the blood sample. You put the blood on a slide. You have to stain it. And there's a specific stain. You have to stain that shows blood vessels. Then you put the film on top. And that's pretty much it. Then you put it under the microscope, and any at-home scientific kit microscope that you can get for $100, $150, $200 that has anything over 100 magnification will allow you to see blood cells, blood cells, and from the pictures I've seen, what he uploaded, the vaccinated blood cells look like Captain Crunch. He showed like a 1 day, a 2 day, 3 day, and beyond, and the beyond, the blood cells look like Captain Crunch cereal. I was like, yeah, no wonder no wonder people getting blood clot. Blood cells are supposed to be they look kind of donut-ish, but it's not like a hole. It's like a indent, a indentation on both sides, so it looks like a kind of like a donut, I would say, but there's not a hole. It says indentation. It's like a disc with a dent on both sides, and it's smooth. But from the picture I looked at, it looks like Captain Crunch. It's like your blood cells been turned into a Captain Crunch cereal. I'm like, okay. Yeah, and I said my mom has she has both of the jab, but again, she's like in her 70s. You know, she's already had kids, you know, grandkids. So she's at, she's at the sunset of her life. So, you know, she wanted to get it. So we're like, okay, Mom, you know, if you want, you know, we'll schedule it. But, you know, knowing her, you know, she might live to 80 or 90. And then you got, you know, some poor chump who's 19-year-old, and he's, you know, definitely ill. It's like, okay. Yeah, this is a strong cigar. Yeah. I'm telling you, you better have. Yeah, and this of course is the after dinner smoke. So so I'm doing good. You know, got some food in my belly. Got my Red Bull for caffeine. You know, caffeine to fight the nicotine. Now, of course, some people sit down and smoke their cigar to relax, so they will drink. So you wouldn't drink coffee, or you wouldn't drink a Red Bull or a Monster. You know, if you want to chill, you know, smoke a cigar, you know, before you go to bed, because again, nicotine lowers your heart rate. You know, makes you tired, sleepy. And yeah, there's probably a whole lot of nicotine in this sucker, in this cigar. So you just want to sit back, relax, you know, slow smoke your cigar, you know, watch some YouTube videos of, you know, I don't know, Chinese makeup, I don't know. You know, I'll probably watch some Thai videos. So, and that's mainly what I watch on YouTube these days is the foreign YouTube bloggers. You know, mainly guys over in Asia. And I got a couple of Japanese one that I follow. You know, a few Thai, Laos. I don't know if there's any I think the guy's Cambodian, but I don't know if he is. But you know, he does a lot of travel in that area. It does help if you speak the language. It makes it more enjoyable, but if you don't know the language, you know, that is a good way, you know, to learn it. It's kind of like a darn bug flew up my nose. Shouldn't be any bugs around this time. It's almost like a full. It's like a full immersion. So where you got to either pick up the words eventually, you know, or get a you know, self-help language. They're not expensive. Of course, Rosetta Stone's expensive. You're looking at $400 or $500 for Rosetta Stone, which I think is way overpriced. You know, something in the $100 range, you know, would you know, should do you just fine. Well, if you can find someone that wants to sell their copy, you know, you can't sell it on eBay. You definitely can't sell it on Amazon. People were selling their copies of Rosetta Stone on Amazon. Till Rosetta Stone, you know, came down and said, hey Amazon, hey Bizo, and you got people on there that's selling their copy of Rosetta Stone. I was like, well, yes, and of course when you click on that agreement, you know, the 20-page long, super small text agreement, in there somewhere is you agree not to sell. That when you're done with it, you'll destroy the product, or you know, put it on the shelf to collect dust, but you will not sell it. And I guess I can't blame them, you know, it's make money. You know, it's like, yes, we want to help people learn other language. You know, we want to help people culturally appropriate. You know, what was that? Cultural appropriation, other cultures, by learning their language. You know, there was I guess I'll close it on this. Was I think it was some school in either Oregon or California. What's funny was that the class was mainly Asians and white kids, but it's more Asian kids. They were telling them that they couldn't learn. What was that? They couldn't learn if not couldn't, but if they learn salsa dancing, they use it as an example. If you learn salsa dancing, that is cultural appropriation. Like, okay, so what if you learn Spanish? Is that cultural appropriation? You know, what if you buy something that's made in Mexico? Is that cultural appropriation? You know, what if you have a friend from Mexico? Is that cultural appropriation? You know, well, you can't have friends from Mexico either. So what do you mean? I mean, I can't go shop at a fiesta. I will be culturally appropriating if I go to fiesta to shop there. And yes, when I go, the folks speak Spanish to me, and I'm fine. You know, I know enough to kind of finagle my way through to what I'm trying to get. You know, because a lot of time I go to the lady at the at the food court. You know, I kind of tell her, you know, hey, I want this, this, and this, and you know, pay for it. You know, luckily the register. And of course, I tried to learn, you know, Spanish up to at least 100. So that way, you know, so when it rings up, sometime when it rings up, it doesn't show on the register how much it is, and you can kind of tell how much it is too, just from the price they got listed. All right, so yeah, good cigar. I'm about a third's way through. The ash is kind of hanging, as you can see. It's about to fall. I'll probably flip it. Yeah, you can flip it. So you see, there it goes. Now it's kind of pointing upwards. And of course, if you're inside, you got rug. You might want to flick this, you know, so that you don't. But if you're outside in the concrete or outside in the dirt or grass, you know, just keep smoking until it falls off. You know, and I've had it fall on my lap. That's not fun. So enjoy your smoke. Stay safe. Darn bug. Flip my nose. Hate that. Yeah. So enjoy your smoke. Whether it be a cigar. You know, get the. You know, while you still can, get your Newport menthol cigarettes before Joe Biden makes them illegal. You know, so enjoy your smoke, cigar, cigarette, pipe, and weed, wherever it's legal. And yes, folks are telling me, like in California, Illinois, where it's legal to buy and possess, they're like, man, it's the tax is so high on it that you know, it's cheaper to go get it at it's cheaper to go get it from, you know, Joe on the corner. You know, who's it's kind of like buying, you know, a cigarette from the guy at the corner, because, you know, he's going to sell it. He's going to sell you 1 or 2 or 3 cigarettes, and then, you know, so instead of paying $10 for a pack, you know, you're paying, you know, $3 or $4 for 3 cigarettes. And it's the same thing with weed. You know, folks are going to the guy in the corner, and you know, paying him for. Of course, he's gonna undercut the you know, the store price, because or that, or he's gonna charge you store price, but there's gonna be no tax on top of it. So if it's $20 for a you know, I don't know, one I would call them blunt. That's $20 for a blunt at the store, and then there's a $15 tax. You know, the guy at the corner is going to charge you $20, but he's like, hey man, there's no $15, there's no $15 tax. So yes, so that's what's happening. All right, well, thanks for watching, and have a good one.